Hey, what's up? Welcome to the video. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Steve. This video is going to be all about printing a label on eBay and also choosing the right shipping method. I see a lot of comments in the live feeds for other resellers or in comments in the videos of new sellers saying it's confusing. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. So hopefully I can help clear that up with this video. Okay? So if you're an experienced seller, this video is not for you. I'll put one up above. Go check it out. It's when me and my wife went yard selling. It's a fun video. Okay, so you're new and you're confused about the shipping. A few things right off the bat you need to know is the difference between first class and priority. First class goes up to 16 ounce, don't go above. So if it's 16.1 ounce, 16.2, to me, that goes priority. If you want to take the chance and go below, that's your call. Anything above 16 ounces is priority. Now within priority, there are different types of boxes and methods of shipment. You have regional rate A, regional rate B, flat rate boxes, small, medium, large. You have padded flat rate envelopes. You have legal flat rate envelopes. You have plain boxes that you can also go priority. So that's where maybe the confusion lies, but your choices are in the drop down in eBay. And when you're in there, once you know the weight of your item, you can drop down, enter your weight, hit calculate, and see what it's going to cost you. You're not locked in at that choice. Okay, then you can just try another one. You can keep checking till the one you want, you find the cheapest way, and then you hit purchase. Okay, so now to make this right choice, obviously you need a postal scale. Get yourself one. Don't bring your items to the post office. You're going to pay more. So get a shipping scale. Have a bunch of choices as far as boxes and mailers. Check out the video here I'll put up above. It's one I did a while back. It's a little long, but I kind of went through all the different kind of boxes and what they're for. The USPS boxes, plain boxes, mailers, and so forth. So that could help you as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some first class items, some priority items, maybe different sizes and kind of different things within priority, so we could get a multitude of options for you to see. Now, I have a few sales right now that I need to pack, so I'll probably make this video over the next few days as sales come in, so I can kind of get different categories to make this, a wide range. So let's get on the computer and we'll start with first class, and I have two items. One's going to be in a mailer, one's going to be in a box. All right, the first item we're going to ship out is just a video game. The PS2 Harry Potter game. I know this is like 4 or 5 ounces, and I'm putting it in a padded vinyl poly bag. They fit perfectly into these. I've never had one get damaged. I've sent out a lot of them in this. So get these. These are not free. You have to purchase these. eBay sells them, or you could get them online. So now I need to weigh it together. I will show you. Okay, so I got my scale. I will take my mailer and the game. Place it on the scale. Now the thing is, once I have my label, even if it's 6.1, 6.2, always round up. You don't want to take a chance with the Postal Service. So I know 6 ounces, which is going to be first class. Up to 16 ounces is first class. That's very important. Okay, so for starters, you go into your sold column, go to your first item you want to ship, and you hit print shipping label. Now since this is a first class package, first class is really the easiest. You enter the weight and there's no choices to be made. It's just a matter of whether you're putting it, in a vinyl poly, a padded poly, even maybe a small light box. So right here, you have your carrier, you get USPS, you have your first class package. Now this is the drop down box I was mentioning earlier. And you see all your different choices, all your different priority choices. You have first class, medium mail, for books, DVDs, CDs. First class, and then your priority choices. Okay, so I know this is a 6 ounce package, which is under 16 ounces, so it's first class package. And then you're going to come here and you choose your weight. Okay, 6 ounces. And then you see it brings up your total, 328. Down below here, make sure the mailing date is set to the day you're sending it out. I'm bringing these to the post office after I do this. 328, first class, 6 ounces. And that's all you need to do for first class. It's very simple. Then you can purchase postage. It will bring you to your label screen, and then you print your label. And then once you hit that purchase postage button, it brings you to your print label screen. And on top, you'll see successfully purchase your postage label. So then you just hit print label. Okay, so that was very simple, wasn't it? Now we're going to do another first class package, but it's a little different. So this is a fragile one. This is a Pyrex measuring cup. Still first class because I weighed it, but I will show you. So let's go on the computer again and we'll see how that one goes. All right, so I got it boxed up. Turn on the scale, zero it out. Put the box on the scale, 15.5. So that is perfect for 16 ounce weight, and it can still be first class. Okay, once again, we're back in our print label screen. Now this one, even though it's still first class, you can ship a box first class. They do make small, lightweight boxes. So don't think a box has to be priority. It's all about your weight. So again, we want to here, see right now it shows priority mail. So you want to click our drop down. We want to look for first class package. Change that, wait for the screen to switch over, and then we come to our weight. And now remember, it was 15.5. You always round up. So we're going to go our very last choice. 16 ounces, that's the limit for first class. Anything over 16, you have to go with priority. It's the next level up. Always round up on your weight. That's why it's important to have a scale at home. Okay, my ship date today, and now this one costs $5.24. So that was it. Hit my purchase postage. Brings you to your next screen. You hit your print label. Brings you to your next screen. Obviously, all your settings, you can make sure your proper printer is selected and so forth. That's something once you do, you never have to change. Then I just hit print, and out comes my label. And then here we have our 2 first class packages. Different style, but still both first class. 6 ounce and a 16 ounce. All right, now I'm going to show you a good priority sale. This one is a pretty big package. So I'm going to show you how to choose an option between the United States Postal Service and FedEx. Typically, now not all the time, but most of the time, FedEx is going to be cheaper when it comes to, things in the 10-pound range and so forth that are large. Like say VCRs, most of the time FedEx is cheaper. So I'm going to show you what I'm sending. And when we get on the computer, I'll show you how to see which one's going to be the better option. Rolling briefcase, and I'm going just in a plain brown box. Okay, so I got it boxed up. And I got my box sitting on the scale. Plain brown box, perfectly fine. Especially that I don't know if I'm going to go FedEx or USPS. And USPS doesn't have a pre-printed box this big. Okay, so it's on the scale. And here's what we're showing. 10 pounds, 8.8 ounces. So remember what I told you. What are you supposed to do? We round it up. So we're going to enter this weight as 10 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay, so we're back in our sold column in our My eBay page. Go to your item that's sold, the Toomey rolling briefcase. Hit print shipping label. Okay, so now this is where we're going to see which shipping would be the most cost efficient for us. We're going to start with the USPS carrier. Now service, you're going to hit your drop down. And since it's a plain brown box, all these priority boxes here that are listed, the regional, the flat rates, those are all the pre-printed red and white boxes. So we're going with just a plain box. So we're going to go package / thick envelope. Now it loads and it comes up and it asks you for your weight. Remember, it was 10 pounds, 8.8. So we would make that 9 ounces. And then we're going to hit calculate. $20.68 if we go with the Postal Service. Now let's check FedEx rate. So right here in the first carrier box, hit your drop down, change it to FedEx. Scroll back down. Service, make sure you put the proper one. Typically, you want to do a home delivery. Okay, now type of packaging, since I'm using a plain brown box, it's your packaging. Now for FedEx, they ask you for your dimensions, length, width, and height. Okay, so I know my box is 18, 13, 8. Your length is always your long side. Okay, ship date, I'm actually going to go drop it off tomorrow morning. No signature required, blah, blah, blah. 1546. So the same exact packaging, same size, same weight, nothing changed, is basically $5 cheaper with FedEx. Then I would hit create label. You know, before you do that, always check again. FedEx home delivery, packaging, 10 pounds, 9 ounce, correct dimensions, shipping it tomorrow. Create label. It brings you to this screen. It says you've created a shipping label. You want to click print. It brings you to your print screen where it's going to give you your printer and all your information. That also, like I say, stay defaulted. Click your print and you got your label. And it's good to go. Remember, don't put it across the seam. Now that was a great example. I'm glad that sale came through for this video to show you how you can compare FedEx to USPS and find the best rate. FedEx was $5 cheaper. So that, if that happens often enough, it comes out to be a lot of money. So that was great. I'm going to show you more that are straight USPS priority. So here's the first priority that we're going to go with. It's a coffee mug that just sold. It weighs over a pound, and I'm just using a priority box that is 7 by 7 by 6. And the weight, 1 pound, 5.5. So remember, we rounded up to 1 pound, 6 ounces. So it's going to computer, and we'll see what the best shipping option would be. Okay, so now we're in the print, shipping, and purchase postage page. Okay, so we have it, USPS, priority. So if this is just a plain brown bag or an unmarked, it could be a marked priority box, but it's not something other than, it's not a flat rate, it's not a regional rate A, it's just some of the plain priority boxes that go by weight. So first let's check. Now a coffee mug would fit into a medium flat rate, even though that's kind of big for a mug. It would also fit into a regional rate A, which is a little big for a mug. So I went with the smaller 7 by 7 by 6 box. But let's just check to see comparison. Let's check a regional rate A box, and then let's enter the weight, 1 pound, 6 ounces, and calculate. So now the regional rate A would be 970. And if you look underneath which one you chose, it will give you the specifications for each box. Like this one can only be up to 15 pounds, and then it gives you the dimensions of what those boxes are. Now that box is kind of big for a mug, so I had no intent of using it, but this is how you would compare to see what your best price is. So say your item was bigger than a mug. So now we could go back in and let's check medium flat rate would be, and it comes out $12.42. You don't have to enter the weight because that's anything up to 70 pounds. So I knew that was going to be the highest. So now we're going to go into package, thick envelope, because it's not a specified box, it's just a plain box. 1 pound, 6 ounces is still there, and it's $9.41. And that just shows you how you compare. Once you have your item weighed in a box, then you can check. Now if I wasn't sure whether, say, regional rate A or the box that I'm using, the 7 by 7 by 6 priority, which would be cheaper, you'd put it in, put your packing material so it would be closable, but just don't seal it up permanently until you know exactly which box you're going to use. Okay, now here's another one that we're going to send out priority. This just sold. It's a vintage slimline telephone. I quickly threw it on the scale, and I'll show you in a minute. It's over a pound, so we know it's going to be priority and not first class. So now we decide what type of method is going to be appropriate to save us the most amount of money. Here's where it's important to remember, have your different options on hand of boxes and envelope. Now by the size of it, it could possibly go into a padded flat rate envelope, which I know is $7.33. I don't know if I want to put the phone in there, because even though it's padded, it can get damaged. My other choices are boxes. Now I have a plain brown box that's about appropriate size, or I have a regional rate A, which goes by regions, kind of like time zones. The closer you are, the cheaper it is. So this will fit in either box. So once we get on the computer, we'll see by weight what's going to be our cheapest option. All right, to start, I have it in the plain brown box, in the bubble wrap, and then I stuff some newspaper in for extra padding. Just don't seal the box. And we're at 1 pound, 13.2. Remember, you round it up, so it's 1 pound, 14 ounces. Okay, now I have it in the regional rate A box. 1 pound, 11.6. So it's 1 pound, 12 ounces. Now once you get the hang of it, you don't have to go through all this, but I'm just trying to give you the basics. Now I forgot to put this cord in the box when I weighed it, so we're adding 1 ounce to it. Okay, so you remember, you go into your sold column in your My eBay page, and you find your item that you're packing, and you're going to go print, ship, and label. Okay, so we have the USPS. That's always going to stay defaulted. Now you have your choices again. Hit your drop down. Remember, the first one, package/thick envelope. That is if you're using a plain brown box or the marked red and white priority boxes, but they are not one of these choices. And these are all stamped on the boxes as you saw. So if it just says shipping box on it, or it just says priority mail and doesn't have any of this other stuff, then it goes with the package/thick envelope category. So let's do that one first. And now we're going to put in our 1 pound, 15 ounce, and let's calculate it. $9.41 if we were to go in that brown box. Now let's check our other option. See, remember, you always have your choices before you commit to anything. So you can find your cheapest rate. Now we're going to go down regional rate A. We choose that box. See your spinners, let it load up. And that one is, because we don't have to enter a weight, it just takes anything up to 15 pounds. It's a standard. So that one is $9.70. The brown box will actually be 30 cents cheaper. Now I am actually going to go with this one, even though it's 30 cents cheaper, only because the phone has a little more room in this box. It was kind of too jammed in on the edges on the other one. But it's still doable. But for 30 cents difference, I'm going to go with this one. I'm more comfortable with it. Remember, like if it was something that we were able to send in the padded flat rate envelope, this is a choice right here. This is always going to be, this and the legal flat rate envelopes, which are those cardboard ones, are going to be your cheapest options. And this, if we went padded flat rate, it should be $7.33. If we look over here, $7.33. And as you can get anything up to 70 pounds in that. I'm going to go with that regional rate A box. So let's switch it back. Regional rate A. Look over here, let it calculate. $9.70. Shipping today. Rate A, make sure everything's good. Now if you wanted to add any signature confirmation, additional insurance and so forth, you would check off these boxes. Now we're just going to purchase postage. Brings you to your next screen, which is where you're going to print from. All your defaults are in there. I'm just cutting off the screen so you can't see the buyer's information. You hit print. And out comes your label. And then here we have our final product, packed and ready to go. Alright, so that's kind of going to wrap it up. I gave you a few examples of first class. I gave you a few examples of priority. And then the one was a good one because we got to see, it was a large package, how you can choose between USPS or FedEx to find a cheaper rate. Okay? Don't overthink it. The key is to have your different options on hand. Okay? So go check out my shipping supplies that are needed video. It's one of my earlier ones, so the production quality is not there, but the information is. You need your options, so when you go on your computer, you can hit your drop down, see what's going to be your cheapest rate, and save yourself money. Now, some things to remember. First class is up to 16 ounces. Anything over 16, so technically 16.1, it has to become priority. So 1 pound and up is priority. Within priority, you have options. You have flat rate envelopes. You have flat rate boxes. They come in different sizes. You have regular boxes. You can also use plain brown and just go by weight. Now, the farther you're sending, obviously the more money it's going to cost. But your options are there. You're not locked in to see what your choices are before you commit to it. So keep that in mind. I hope this helped you new sellers start to learn the shipping process, because that seems to be something that scares a lot of new sellers. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already. Any questions or comments, drop them down below. I try to reply to everybody, and I'll see you later.